Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Phantasy Star 4. Just gonna do one video today. It's gonna be about going to this new location where I'm gonna be doing some grinding. That's to prepare us for the next part of our mission, which is to get back the Eclipse Torch, which was stolen from this place, the Gambius Temple, by a trio of freaks who are waiting for us at the Air Castle. So that's going to happen later on in another video, but right now we have to focus on grinding because I need lots of stuff and it's going to cost me a lot of money. So here we are in the big Dezolisian capital of Jut, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm guessing it's a Dutch pronunciation, but I'm really not sure. So we need to go to the weapons and armor store, and there is a lot of stuff we need, and as mentioned before, it is expensive. I mean, the best we can do is get 4 weapons, and that's it for right now. So we're getting a Laconian sword for Chaz and 2 Laconian claws for Rika. We're going to get another Laconian slasher for Kira because she starts off with 1, but we can get her a second. And as you can see, we get a big jump in attack strength from the Laconian sword, 33 points worth. And then for the Laconian claws, we can add 9 more points by removing the silver tusk, 19 more by removing the plasma claw. So get rid of those. Yeah, just took a big inhalation of air and suddenly things went wrong. But yeah, just gonna discard my old stuff as I always do. And then to give you an idea of just how expensive the armor is, yeah, that's a lot. 26,800 meseta for 1 piece of reflect mail, so we need 2 of those. And we also need to get the Laconian slasher as well, and that's 21,600. So all told, we're looking at over 75,000 meseta. And as you can see, Rika, or Kira, already comes equipped with the reflect robe, so we don't need to buy her one. But yeah, we need over about 67,000 meseta, so let's go to our new grinding location as soon as I can remember where the ice digger is. But hold on a second. Just want to rest before we go, just to give you an idea of how expensive it is here. Most expensive in the game, 750 meseta. And I'm going to do this on purpose just to give myself an opportunity for a little extra bit of grinding. And besides, if I go back to Tyler right now and I use the spaceport, I will inadvertently advance the plot before I had intended to. So, I have no problem burning 750 meseta. Yeah, imagine spending $750 or pounds or euros or whatever at an actual hotel. You would have to be either incredibly rich or crazily out of your mind. So let's end-spear these new admirs and take the good amount of experience but the paltry amount of meseta. So yeah, this is the place we want to go to, and so we're going to make our way into the weapon plant now. I just said this is the weapon plant, Rika. Were you not paying attention? Again? So this is a place that has been revived, apparently, according to Renzo telling us what's going on. But things are okay now. And even though he suggests leaving this place as it is, there is better weapons and armor for him here, and we can also, of course, do a lot more grinding, and some really good grinding here as well, before we make our way to the Air Castle. So we're gonna do just that. Just like other places, lots of different directions we can go, lots of different paths we can use. So, I'm gonna start out with this quartet of star drones. And make sure to use group spells, especially when it's a quartet of opposition. And as you can see, Kira also has Hewn and Philele, like Rune does. And that will finish that off. And Rune gains a level. So let's keep going forward. So just to show nothing down here. And we have a Silvault, which is an enhanced version of the Blausen, and we're not going to waste our time trying to use physical attacks on these things because, as I mentioned before, with Blausens, they are very hard to hit with physical attacks, and it's the same with these guys, the Silvaults. This probably would be a good opportunity to use Gigra here, or I want to see if the Watt can do some damage, or Jifoy. Or, yeah, I'll just have Kira attack regularly. I imagine we're going to do enough damage without her assistance. And that we do. So we can choose to either go left or straight up here, but I'm going to show you what happens when you go left, because ultimately everything converges into one spot anyway. So once again, I'm going to have to bring my A game for the Silvault. And double slash Rika. Here is Slasher Miss. But it doesn't matter, the Nawat gets the job done. And it didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. So as you can see, we have conveyor belts that we have to manipulate here. Because as you can see, these two converge at the same spot. We have to hit this button to get them to change directions. Okay, now here is a situation that I mentioned before. I mentioned before that the wire dynes of the arthropods were going to be very helpful to me later on. Well, this is the opportunity where it happens, because if you get them in a battle where they're together, this happens. If you have one wire dyne and one arthropod and they combine and they're still on the board, then they combine and become the life leader, and they give you much more experience points. You might remember I did this earlier on in the game with the Zol slugs, the blue things that we faced when we were in the tunnel en route to Kadari, and when we had two of them on the board, they merged and they became the Metal Slug, and we were able to get much more experience than if we fought them separately. So this is another really good opportunity to do something like that, and as you can see, almost 2,500 experience points, Ren gains a level. It is definitely worth it. There are quite a number of combinations where you can pull that off. And there is another, and I can't remember if we get that first opportunity in the Air Castle or if we get it later. In any event, we're going to keep on going. Now we have to deal with two Silvaults. An Air Slash and Double Slash. Gonna see if I can Hyper Jam one. This would be a good opportunity for the Gigra. I'm gonna save the Tandle for a little later on someone who I think could really use it. Oh boy. Another critical slash that could cause problems. Can only Hyper Jam one of those. But the Gigra gets the job done and Chaz is spared, and it turns out to be a good thing because he gains a level. So, gonna have Kira do our healing now. And she gets a good number of points healed there for Chaz. And more Star Drones. Yeah, no, what? I know Ren still has the spread shot, so I might as well let him use that without having to use anything else. Huh, no need. Turns out Chaz can get it done on his own. And as you can see, the experience points were definitely worth it. Yeah, fighting opposition in fours is definitely helpful. So let's keep on going. And another Silvault. We have to burn more special attacks on it. I'm gonna see if I can spark it this time. And see what the voice spells can do. Well, no need. Ren gets the job done. So let's continue on. So as we can see, we have another split path. And we can get right on these little... Well, you can't really call them elevators because elevators go up and down. But we can choose to skip the second one. And it's a good thing too, because it gives us more of an opportunity to run into a battle, which means therefore more grinding. And getting a free turn on these servants, which are enhanced versions of the slaves, is definitely a good idea. And we get the victory on those guys. So let's keep on going. Okay, so we're not going to open that chest because it's already been opened. And more Sil Vaults, which means more use of special attacks. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what would be the best place to use that handle would be. I mean, I only get one right now. And Kira gets the job done, and Rika gains an experience level. And she's the first to hit level 30. So let's reward her by healing her. Oops, sorry, I forgot. I just noticed Rune needed to be healed too because he was attacked in that battle. So here we have some new stuff, and this is less gear for Ren. Okay, and we have a 3-servant battle now. Hopefully we can bring these guys down quickly. I think this is definitely the best place to use the Tandle if we can get it off. Oh boy, that worries me. Worry no more, this battle's over. Worry no more, this battle is over! So, showing off the star that Rika can use, and as you can see it's much less than what Raja could do. So now we have less gear and less armor for Ren. So that's going to be replacing the composite gear and the composite armor. Get rid of the obsolete stuff. And there that goes. Now this particular panel is very interesting. Whenever you activate it, you get a repair kit. And if you do it again, you get another one. Which means, if you keep touching this panel, you'll keep getting repair kit after repair kit. And if you're someone who's new to the game, this is definitely very useful to have. Especially when you're in battle where Ren could get killed off easily, you can get yourself lots and lots of repair kits. But there really isn't a place where you can get a ton of repair kits and then just sell them off, because repair kits, if I remember correctly, only sell for 5 mesetas, so it's not really worth it to get a whole bunch of them for the purpose of selling them. So, but yeah, definitely if you are new to the game, definitely a good strategy to use is to use that panel and get yourself a handful of repair kits. And for the first time, the Ren Spark fails, but thankfully Rune picked up the pieces. And we get to move on. And I think we're gonna use the Air Slash again. Not worried about physical attacks from the other guys, or maybe I should be. Oh, well, no, I don't need to be. We got the job done. And so, more Jiras. Kira to Rika. Reds for Chaz, some reds for Rune, and onward we go. And back up this direction. Onto the device to which I do not know what to call it. Oh, and a head start for the opposition. And that's what I was looking for them to use, is the laser cannon, because they do use those also. And that's a bad miss from Ren. But we got the win. And Kira gains an experience level. Time for more healing. And now to the rights. And then skip the... Well, we will skip the second one, but after we deal with these sweepers. And Rika just barely hangs on here. And that was a bad miss by Ren. Or by Rune. Hopefully we can survive the turn-in. Rika won't, unfortunately. So her forward momentum gets stalled here. Well, she has the highest experience level, so it's not the be-all to end-all if she gets killed off, but obviously we wanted to still keep gaining experience levels, of course, because we're going to need every level we can get. Okay, so more groups of opponents. So group attacks are required. There goes one. There goes two. And there goes the third. So let's go inside here. And we're going around the left now. And if we turn on a pair of Silvaults, but we won't be taking them any more easily than we normally do. So once again, we have to burn some special attacks. I'm going to see if I can spark one of them. Let's see if we can get the Tandle to show off this time. And Rika has her way with that one. And Ren finishes off the other with a spark. So, well, not quite. One last line of defense, and it's the one we were looking for. Another opportunity for a life deleter. Ow. Hopefully that won't happen again. Well, everyone attacked before a combination could occur, so we're gonna have everyone defend. Or no, wait a minute. I want to. Yeah, I'll just have Kira do healing on Room because obviously that would help. So that gets him back to full, and then the combination occurs. So now we can break out the offense. Won't be holding anything back on this thing. See if we can show off the Tandle this time. There's the Tandle, and as you can see, that's pretty devastating against the life deleter. And we obtain the Plasma Launch, and that's another weapon for Ren. So we're going to show off how much it can increase her strength. As you can see, 47 points, but we're not going to equip it just yet because I want to continue to use the weapon that Ren is currently using, and by staying in here and using it. And then once I get to the air castle, then I'll switch out and bring out the new weapon that Ren has. So I've removed the obsolete weapon, the Napalm Shot, and that's a lot of... well, that's a lot of missing is what that is. But hey, Kira killed off the 2 Star Drones, which is good. But yeah, we're gonna have to go back on full offense to take out the Silvault. And I think I just realized it's the dexterity that makes you end up becoming more agile to opponents' shots rather than the Saner. So down that goes, and Chaz gains a level, and Rune gains a level. They didn't gain much on those levels, but they did gain. So healing for Rika, healing for Chaz, and healing for Kira. So let's go the other direction now, because we've now finished everything on this side. Ow, a triple play on Chaz, that's not a good start. And I picked the wrong button, and I'm out of Air Slash. Okay, well I guess we might as well have Chaz do some healing on himself, because he's going to need it. Because you never know what's going to happen. Well, that just happened. Chaz gets hit 5 times in a row. Wow. I don't think that has ever happened, that someone gets hit 5 times in a row. That's a first for me. In all these years, I don't think I've ever seen the same character get hit 5 straight times. That's just crazy what just happened there. That means Chaz misses out on the experience points, unfortunately. Ah, that was unfortunate. And also incredibly weird. So, let's top off Chaz and Rika there. And we're gonna move on to get slashed. Wow, another head start by the opposition. And once again, they're targeting Chaz. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna have him defend this time. I'm a bit worried. Make sure we're pressing the right buttons and going the right direction. Let's see how we do here. We do well enough to kill off one. And there goes the other. And we get another repair kit. And that's not the right button I wanted to hit. In either event, we're going across this little doohickey. And we're now going to make our way to the other side of the building. So as you can see, there are going to be more chests over there. And now we're up against the quartet of star drones, and that makes me nervous. Make sure I heal Chaz, because after that 5 in a row, I'm a bit worried. I should be very worried. I should be very worried. But thankfully, we got the win as Rika gains the level. Oh boy, 2 close calls. So let's top up Chaz because he's really taking a beating right now. So now let's go over to the other side. And we get our dream combination set up again. And Rika takes out the one arthropod in one hit, the other 2 instantly combine, and all is well in the universe. So let's make sure we bring up the full offense for this thing. More Gigra. And Kira can only score 21 points with her slasher. Left and right, and down goes the life deleter. 2,500 more experience points in my bank. Okay, so now over to this side. And another Silvaltz. Okay. Do what I can to try and finish this thing off quickly. So it's a tough choice. Do I want to use the technique or do I want to use the skill? Of course, it all matters when you're trying to finish these things off as quickly as you possibly can. So let's keep on going. So this is the last thing we needed to acquire. This is the Burst Rock unit, and it's another special weapon for Ren. And so Ren, he's not like Demi. He doesn't need you to turn around and fade to black in order to show up when the installation. So we're gonna get out of here with the Heinous because we don't have all that much left on Kira, but we're going to take this opportunity to now go and recover, and we're going to, now since we've completed one run of the weapon plant, we're going to show you the advancement of the plot before we call this video off. So we return to the spaceport, and Ren proceeds to search for the air castle. Yes, please do. And there it is. There is the air castle. Flashback to Phantasy Star 1, ladies and gentlemen. And That's a bit funny, but we're not going in right now because we need to do some healing. That's the first priority. And then the next priority is to do some grinding. And so that's going to happen it's going to happen off camera, of course. It's because I need the money. So thank you very much everyone for watching this episode of the Let's Play of Phantasy Star 4. And when I join you once again, we will be moving on to the air castle for real, with fully equipped proper weapons and armor for everyone. So until next time, when we go after the Eclipse Torch, take care and I'll see you soon.